Sports Talk Radio Show. We're not the Quad City Sports Talk Radio Show. We are your Quad City Sports Talk Radio Show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn.
I've missed you like a fat kid misses cake, Quad Cities. T-Roy's back here in Hassel Nation with my little buddy Jay Bird.
Yeah.
And it's good to be back in Iowa, even though it's raining.
It's raining. It has been raining for, seems like, well, I know for a fact, been 3 out of the last 4 days. So, kind of
You know where it doesn't rain, Jay?
Southern California.
That's right.
Yeah. Not just a Tony song.
No.
There's other people that sing it too. We've established that. Yeah. Yeah. So you are back. Last time we were in studio was last Wednesday, and then we were off Thursday and Friday because the White Sox yesterday had American studio, and tomorrow we have the White Sox again. That's just what happens in this crazy world. But there's things going on. 12:30 today. We're going to talk to Mike from Hidden Hills because usually we set our DFS for the PGA on Wednesday, but because the White Sox interrupt us, we'll talk to him at about 12:30. We've got some NBA stuff that's happening starting today, the play-in games.
Jay.
Well, some people are excited. I'll probably have it on in the background tonight. 2 play-in games tonight. So
yeah.
And then, we always got MLB scores to look at, and you and I have to follow up on our guess the week 1 lines. Way too early to predict the lines, and now we're also going to do the over-under a little bit later. So, there's just little things that's been going on, and I usually like to start the show with like the housekeeping type of thing. Congratulations to Pleasant Valley. They won the boys MAC title outright last night, win a victory in a shootout over Muscatine. And it was also announced today that the 2021 Track and Field State Championships in Des Moines will be at full capacity. So tickets go on sale right now at noon. You can get tickets. So this is our first high school sporting event in over 400 plus days that full capacity.
Super.
And I know you weren't here. You've been gone, and it's not like is more conversation we'd have. We talked a little bit with Merrick yesterday. Minor League Baseball, MLB, there are no masks. They can open up how they want to, full capacity if they want. It's up to you, okay? So what happened was, remember when we had Kyle on last week, and he said, like, the first couple rows will be, that's gone. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be, like, so many feet apart.
So it's going to be...
It's what
JOD is going to be full capacity?
It's supposed to be Mount Women Park, JOD, whatever. Yeah, it's supposed to be. Yeah. He said that they could open up, but he said as, the rows, he said as capacity needs, we'll take away stuff. But before, it was like you can't be within, like, if you're used to sitting right behind the dish, first row, there was usually... Dish. Yeah, like what I did there.
Yeah.
Makes it sound like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it does.
So it's interesting because, and it's a story that is not getting a lot of traction. And I don't, again, you do this almost with a hesitation and pause because, like I was saying to Merrick, if it sounds like you say one thing one way, then people are like, oh, you lean to the right, you lean to the left, or whatever else, or you're anti-vax, or you're anti-mask. I'm actually more interested about how it's going to happen, because on the same day that Major League Baseball said you don't have to have masks, and now it was reported that 8 New York Yankees have tested positive for COVID. As of yesterday, it got to 9. The problem here, T-Roy, is that these people have all been vaccinated. And they tested positive. So I wonder if they're going to dial it back, and if people are going to come in and say, like, you can't lift the mask thing because you're still getting COVID.
The CDC is telling us verbatim, even if you do get it, you're not getting a bad version of it. So, okay.
The CDC is saying that...
Are you sure all these players have been vaxxed?
Yes.
You're positive?
Yep. The only thing they're trying to trace is if they got it in Florida, if they got their vaccination in Florida, or if they got it in New York. And they're trying to make sure that if it's Johnson & Johnson only, because Johnson & Johnson's 1 shot. The other ones are 2.
Right.
They have not released any of that. All they're saying is just that...
Well, there's some of the vaccines are more effective than others, so that's probably why they're looking into that.
But do you
follow me? Even when Johnson & Johnson came out, it said it's like 65% effective. Was the number that I remember seeing it.
Okay.
Off the top of my head. Where, like, Pfizer and Moderna were both, like, in the 95% up range.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, one, I'm not going to get too worried about it.
Listen, I'm not worried about it, and I'm not anti-vaxxer, and I'm not telling people what they should and shouldn't do with their bodies or anything like that. I'm worried that if we look at it and then they go, whoa, 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 we're back to masks. We're back to limited. We're back to doing, you can only be with this many people. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I'm worried about if this were a problem, that we're going back to.
I would say this. If there was a problem, you wouldn't have what we're seeing in Florida, especially Texas right now. I mean, the hospitalizations, things are just down.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's a lot because people are getting vaxxed there or whatever it is. But, those are two states that opened up completely before everybody else, kind of, in a way. So, I don't know. I don't like the fact that where it is made political consistently.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if there was a right or wrong way to do any of this, to be honest with you.
Sure.
I really don't. I mean, it seems to me that, you have arguments on both sides on whether the mask works or not works or whether all this other stuff works. The one thing I know that doesn't work is shutting down the economy. I don't agree with that. That hurt a lot of people.
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do with vaccinations or masks. That was just is what it is. But yeah, I hope that these players are fine. They're not sick, and I hope that they do find out. Hey, maybe they did get the Johnson, or
to be honest with you, from everything that I read, it looks like it's Johnson & Johnson. They just don't want to come out and completely destroy a company.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get destroyed.
That's what I thought too. Like, my first response was like, this can't look good for Johnson & Johnson. It just seemed like it was
stick to shampoo.
Yeah.
No more tears. The other one.
Mm-hmm. That's what it looks for me. But anyway, those are the type of thing. But yes, get down to see Quad City River Bandits when you can, and all that stuff. But T-Roy, tell me about San Diego.
Oh, Jay.
Did you have a burrito?
All right. Land in San Diego about 4 o'clock. Get the rental car and start our drive up I-15 into the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And the old stopping grounds, just right in the middle of them. Got to go into Temecula, California. And I knew there was an Alberto's there.
Mm-hmm.
So I had Mookie Google it. And we went straight to Alberto's. I got pictures.
And it was everything you thought it was going to be?
Oh, Jay, it hasn't changed. 28 years, hasn't changed. Still the best damn burrito that God ever invented. Let me show you this, bud.
Mm-hmm.
So what I got right there. There's Alberto's for everybody looking on the camera. There's the logo. That's my buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a carne asada burrito with 3 rolled tacos, Jay, right there. What's wrong?
Yeah, I think it's. Did I say like plug the mics in? Oh, I don't know. On our Parents Club Facebook comment thread, it said plug the mics in.
Well, is there something wrong here?
No.
Look at that.
Oh, that's what it is. Gotcha. The Samsung or whatever else came up on there, so there's got to be an audio. So they were worried. Yeah, gotcha. All right. That is a nice looking burrito, buddy.
Yeah, and then there's the insides of it. I mean, it's just solid. Not filled with beans and rice, like the garbage we get around here. No, all protein.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it was great.
Mm-hmm.
Little hour and a half trip up to get my taco burritos.
Mm-hmm.
And then another about hour and 20 minutes into through the mountains. It was really I'm talking hairpin curves for 10 straight miles. Like, zoom, zoom, zoom.
You got to be careful,
dude.
Now you know what Tiger was going through.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Tiger would have been dead if he fell off the mountain over here. I mean, dead.
I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't have handled that.
It was fun.
Not me. I would have been white-knuckled.
Mookie was freaking out.
Yep.
Slow down, babe. I'm going 40 miles an hour.
I am not a daredevil.
It says 35. I'm like, babe,
yeah,
calm down.
Yeah.
But then motorcycles were coming up the hill. I mean, this was we're getting there and it's kind of like almost sunset, right? Mm-hmm. So it was getting pretty dark by the time we get down out of the mountains. And these motorcycles, big long run of them, There's one front runner. He was about 200 yards ahead of everybody else. He was flying. I'm like, dude, you're going to be at the bottom of a quarry, or bottom of a ravine real quick, driving like that. I mean, but it's cool, man. Those mountains are really cool. So, he had a good time.
Good.
And,
I'm sure it was good to get a break, get away for a little bit.
Yeah, the weather there was just phenomenal. About 95 to 100 degrees every day. I mean, just insane.
Now you're back to the rat race.
Yeah, back here. Quad Cities.
But I think from what I saw, I think tomorrow is a little bit of rain, and then after that, we're clear for like a week. Be in the 80s from here on out here in the Quad Cities. Beautiful weather for the patio and all that other fun stuff that's going on, but just a little bit. We're just a little late.
We're in gnat season, though, Jay.
Yeah.
The gnats are back.
They are.
Oh, man, they hit right before I left.
I took the dog for a walk yesterday, and it was just one area of the park that when I was walking, because I just went around a few circles where it was bad. So, yeah, I can't stand it either. All right, so there's a lot of things we can do, get after, talk about. We're gonna talk to Mike. We get to you. I mean, I haven't talked to you. The schedule release happened on Wednesday night. We already know week 1. We guessed the lines on Wednesday. Now we're going to compare what we guessed a little bit later after we talk to Mike, and we're also going to guess the over-unders. Here's the really important thing is this. I have every single line for week 1 through 18 in the NFL that's come out from a sports book. Every single line. And that is important because you can look at it week to week and kind of see where the difference is and kind of tell where the odds makers thought they were now compared to then, and you can use it as a tool to kind of like they should probably cover because here it was, but we've just seen some changes in personnel, quarterback situation, whatnot.
Right.
So I am going to print this off and file it away.
This.
No. It'll every single week.
Oh, okay.
And it's only going to be for us to come back in the end and say like, hey, back in May, here's what they want. This is what they were saying for week 7. So this is the biggest jump. This game had the biggest jump from line changes and everything else. So those are the type of things that are important as far as gambling for everybody out there. We should be probably talking to Jake from Elite Sportsbook on Thursday, talk to him about some of the futures that we can do for what looks good for the NBA playoffs. Kind of just, we'll take a quick look at some of the play-in games, but nothing too big. Really, the only one that is the hook is Golden State Warriors versus the Lakers in play-in games. So,
did you go to Meatballs when I was gone?
Yeah. What day? Thursday?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
I ate there again for lunch today.
Yeah. I went there.
I'll tell you what, if you're out there listening, if you haven't been to Meatball Sandwich Company in Bettendorf, right next to Arrington's Pub, you need to get in and try it out. Phenomenal.
What did you have today? Because I had the meatball sub.
Today I did the tuna melt again.
Okay.
And Amy did the turkey and brie with the strawberries on it, panini.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they look feared too. And she had the soup.
Yep. They got great reviews. Everything
and
else.
They're starting doing big old baked cookies too.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's at Cumberland Square, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah. So I don't know really like too much coming through. What did you think of the schedule release for the Cowboys? All of it in general.
To be honest with you, I didn't have time to look at it at all.
Okay.
I knew week 1 Tampa Bay, but the guys I follow on Twitter really didn't delve into it very much.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't. I really didn't get to see much of it at all. So I couldn't tell you who they play week 2. I don't know how tough their schedule is overall. I mean, obviously.
Well, they start 2 games on the road.
Yeah.
And the fact that here's why I want to point out the 2 games on the road.
All right. Well, here, give them to me. Give me the schedule.
At Tampa Bay.
Win.
At the Chargers.
Win.
Eagles at home.
Win.
Panthers at home.
Win.
Giants at home.
Win. 5-0. Perfect.
Okay. At the Patriots.
Win.
At the Vikings.
Win.
Home against the Broncos.
Win.
Home against the Falcons.
Win.
At the Chiefs.
Loss.
Oh, finally, huh? Home against the Raiders.
Win.
Home against Washington.
Win.
No, I'm sorry. Away at this. I said home against Raiders, right?
Yeah.
Then at New Orleans.
Win.
At Washington.
Loss.
At the Giants.
Win.
Home against Washington.
Win.
Home against the Cardinals.
Ooh, win.
At Philadelphia.
Win.
So here's the problem.
So they're 15-2. Perfect.
There you go. They've got, it's not a problem. I'll just give you a heads up. They've got 1, 2, 3,
In all seriousness,
4, 5 primetime games.
in all seriousness, if they can go 12-5, I'm happy.
Well, I think for my benefit, I'm planning on them going 0-2 to start the season.
I think they beat the Chargers.
Because I want to see Mike McCarthy's butt be on the hot seat.
Yeah.
I like a good hot seat conversation about coaches, and I think we could probably go through that. Speaking of coaches, did you see that the Detroit Lions coach was on, I think it was Pardon My Take, and he told a story how he lobbied to have a pet lion at the practice field. He wants a pet lion there, and went as far to say, like, I think they were like, what if it rips your arm off? And he was like, yeah, I'd to win a Super Bowl, I'd let it rip my arm off. He wants to have a pet lion at the practice facility.
Is this guy dumb?
He's get after it. Rawr, we're gonna be black and blue. I just don't get, like, if the front office of the Lions is telling their entire fan base it's a rebuilding year, and this coach is like, no, then they couldn't be more on the same page. Like,
oh boy,
a pet lion. Anyway, I guess we could always have a good conversation of coaches on the hot seat, but I think that's where that's going to start is kind of Mike McCarthy. If you don't start off 2-0. And really, the one thing that we were talking with Merrick is when you're looking at the season this early, you're really comparing just quarterbacks right now. And that's why the first two, you got Tom out there, and the Chargers are no slouch. I mean, the Chargers probably might make that leap into a playoff team this year.
Maybe.
Cowboys in general, too, are probably going to make that leap because Dak's back.
Yeah.
You look at the playoffs last year, who's not going to make it is another big deal. Who made it last year and probably not going to make it this year.
Well, we'll look at all that after we talk to Big Mike.
All right, let's do that. Yeah, let's take a break and we'll come back and then we'll call Mike and then we'll just do all the NFL, MLB, all the fun stuff that we do here on our show. Don't hassle us for local on ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, everybody, stop going to your social media sites asking everybody where you're going to get your oil change or grab a tattoo. All you need is your Locals Office Guide. It has an easy-to-navigate table of contents to help you find what you're looking for, or go to localsoffice.com. Click on Quad Cities, and then you browse favorites. Easy to use, and they're ranking all the popular places for you. So please check it out today. Locals Office, they are your guide to the best.
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is WQAD's Matt Randazzo, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Shop Tyson's Spring Savings now through May 23rd. Save 10% on Pelican and Lifetime kayaks, canoes, boats, and accessories. Save $30 on select booths from Ariat, Durango, and Rocky. Tents, sleeping bags, air mattresses, and camping accessories for your next camping trip. Now 10% off. Buy 12, get 12 free. Now on Chicken Soup for the Soul 13-ounce canned dog food. Buy 1, get 2 free on American Natural Premium 4-pound dog food. All this plus so much more in-store and online at Tysons.com. Tysons, home, farm, auto.
Are you retired? Don't want full-time? Have a CDLA? We've got the perfect job for you. This is Eric at Winger Truck Line, where flexible home time really means something. You don't have to drive for us full-time. Tell us when you want to work and work the days you want. At Winger Truck Line, we have a brand new increased pay program. Drive with us and you'll see. We say what we mean and we mean what we say. Winger Truck Line is working hard to get you home. Winger Truck Line, 800-593-6433 or drivewtl.com.
PointsBet understands that in sports, it pays to be fast. Download the PointsBet app now and use code Iowa2K to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. Whether you're a bettor or a baller, a sharp or a sharpshooter, if you're making money or just laying money, sports is speed. Luckily, your sports book can keep up. When you bet with PointsBet, you get faster bets, faster withdrawals, and faster rewards at your fingertips. Plus, right now, PointsBet is giving customers the best odds on all pro sports. That's better odds and bigger payouts on our lightning fast app because PointsBet knows every second matters. Time is money, and it pays to be fast. PointsBet has the best odds on all pro sports, so download the app now and use code Iowa2K to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. See for yourself why bettors are calling PointsBet innovative, lightning quick, and the reason they have ditched the other books. Download the app now to experience Iowa's premium sportsbook for yourself. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
It's time for some straight talk. You've got real work to do, but everyone's sucking up the free Wi-Fi faster than a Mocha Choco double frap on ice. So be your own hotspot. Now with Straight Talk Wireless, get 10 gigs of hotspot data with the ultimate unlimited plan. Just $55 a month on America's largest and most dependable networks. You don't have to find a hotspot. You are the hotspot. Straight Talk Wireless.
No contract, no compromise. Compatible device required. See straighttalk.com.
I'm Steve Weissman with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. If you know from whence you came, it's been said there are no limitations to where you can go. For Carson Wentz, his new coach believes that's quite far. Colts coach Frank Reich said Monday he cringes when it's suggested that Wentz is broken. Reich went on to say he's very confident that Wentz has a team around him. Well, Wentz's old team just scored a veteran boost to its defense. After 10 years in Washington, edge rusher Ryan Kerrigan is staying in the NFC East, but will be playing in Philly. Kerrigan leaves the Washington football team with a franchise record 95.5 sacks and 147 quarterback hits. Meantime, Trevor Lawrence took to the field for the first time this past weekend at Jags rookie minicamp. Lawrence says his surgically repaired left shoulder feels great, and he should be fully healthy by the team's mandatory minicamp next month. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Introducing the Lowe's List. While there's innovation in every aisle, these are some of our experts' top picks for 2021. Customize any load with the Whirlpool 2-in-1 washer. Control your home with a touch, thanks to Samsung Connected Appliances. Repel the rain with HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Everlast. And keep the job going longer with the exclusive new line of Flex Power Tools, made for pros. To see who made the full Lowe's list, visit Lowe's.com. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility.
Can I get a chair that'll turn my home office into a corner office?
It's possible. How about a PC that'll help me get the most out of my day and my budget?
Staples Connect makes it possible with the tools you need to work from home. And now, get up to $140 off select PCs and up to $100 off select chairs. Explore what's new at your local Staples or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 5/22. In-store only, limit 2 while supplies last. Details at staplesconnect.com/weekly ad.
Gotta finish this today.
Cristiano's construction projects typically run smoothly, but this project's pipeline is about to burst.
Yo, boss, where you want us to put this? To the left. Your other left. John.
Indeed can help him hire the people he needs.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You're home of the Chicago White Sox and the only local sports show in the Quad Cities. Don't hassle us. We're local. Noon till 2 on the Quad Cities Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, everybody, we are back. We're going to call Big Mike here at Hidden Hills.
Yeah, we're going to call him in just a second. Just need to take a look at some of the scores from Major League Baseball yesterday. The San Francisco Giants won on the road, still staying hot. They won 6-3 over the Reds. The New York Mets beat the Atlanta Braves 3-1 on the road. Kevin Pillar took a shot to his face. He was bloody all over, walked off on his own. He's got some nasal fractures. Not pretty. Washington Nationals lost to the Cubs. John Lester returned back to Wrigley Field, and Schwarber hit a home run on his return back to Wrigley Field as well.
They gave him a standing O.
Yeah, Schwarbs.
Mm-hmm.
And then Chris Bryant left candy for him out in the
Yeah,
left field.
yeah.
And then he had a home run after that. Cubs won 7-3. The White Sox cheated and beat the Twins 16-4. Texas Rangers 5-2 over the Yankees. Angels 7-4 over the Indians. Diamondbacks lost on the road to the Dodgers 3-1. The Padres blanked the Rockies 7-0. And the Tigers went on the road to defeat the Mariners 4-1. Ohtani hit another home run. He now leads the major leagues in home runs. So he's fun to watch. And so going on today,
I think he's my new favorite player.
I think he might be mine too. Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't have a crush on him. Like I'll stick with Harper, but I am really happy for him, and it's fun to watch what he's doing with it. The Giants and the Reds start today 5:40 our time. The Rays in Baltimore play tonight. Miami's at Philadelphia. Mets in Atlanta go to the second part of their series. Boston at Toronto open up today. Nationals again tonight at Wrigley Field. White Sox and Twins can continue their series. Pittsburgh's at St. Louis. The Yankees at Texas. Milwaukee at Kansas City Royals. Cleveland, Los Angeles Angels. Houston and Oakland. And the nightcap, Arizona at the Dodgers. Colorado and Padres. And Detroit and Seattle, along with 2 play-in games that we have going on tonight for the NBA as well. Did you see that Pujols signed with the Dodgers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Got a job. You didn't have to move far.
That's true, yeah. Man, maybe that was all pre-planned then. I have no idea.
I mean, what's he going to do there? Ride the pine?
I guess. I don't know.
He's not playing first base, right?
I don't know what the output is for him, what they're going for. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, I couldn't tell you. So,
he's 41 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, is he 41?
Yeah.
I feel like he's older than that. It just kind of, it's always been
41,
speculated
yeah.
that we don't know his like birth date or anything like that. It's always been like random speculation of that, but.
He's like that kid from the Little League games.
Hmm?
Well, we always find out some kid from the Little League World Series is 18.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Yeah, Easer is saying that he played first last night and batted fourth. Good job. What's the box score?
Yeah, what do you go?
Hold on.
0 for 4?
Yeah, let me pull it up for you. Pull it up for you, and then we'll call Mike.
Took that 198 average.
Well, it's down to 0 now once you switch leagues.
Oh,
so I'll let you know where in a second how it looks. Okay, box score. Boom.
Oh, this is great. Love the interweb.
Yeah, no, it's just like that, huh? He was 1 for 4. He's batting .250. So look, the changes worked out for him. And at some point he did get substituted, though. I don't know how. Max Muncy went from second base to first base. So I don't think he did. I think Max played second, but they haven't listed it that. Well, yeah, just looking at some of the substitutions that they made here. Yeah, so he's batting .250.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a change in scenery to go from 198 to 250. It feels
We'll see how that lasts for him.
It's bad to speak ill of
I'm not
blasphemy
speaking ill of him.
to somebody like
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk to Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Number you have dialed is not in service.
Uh-oh.
Please check the number and try your call again.
What did you
Thank
do,
you.
Jay?
I think I just did the I didn't dial 1 first.
Jay.
Yeah. You know, just another reason why we
need a producer.
Yeah, or just someone in general who knows what they're doing, not me. Yeah, and just in general. So,
we're coming up on our 3-year anniversary. You realize that?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, 3 years.
Well, we just did we are, because we just did 3 years ago. We had the Paps smear. It's the protection, the gambling, the overturning of the Supreme Court. Came up in my time, man. Anyway, sorry for everybody out there listening to this.
It's almost like we have an echo now.
Yeah.
That's weird. Come on, Mike.
Come on, Mike.
He acts like he's got a golf course to run or something.
I know.
Hidden Hills Golf Course.
Mike, how you doing, bud?
Hey, fellas, what's happening today?
Well, we're just happy to be out and about. I know it's raining out there, so probably not a whole lot going on today.
No, it's we're dodging raindrops left and right here.
But we've looked forward to the week in the weather, and even though it's 40% chance tomorrow, nothing but clear skies for about 8-9 days coming up in the 80s. Beautiful weather.
You need a day like this to clear out the 60s and 50s to get to the 70s and 80s. So we'll take it.
Absolutely. So start getting together and find time to get a tee time, call out to Hidden Hills and get it set up. Going out at Hidden Hills also, you guys have the Memorial Day tournament coming up, right?
We do. 31st, that's a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
It's filling up fast. We've got maybe 6 or 8 spots left. So
you might want to get a foursome to get in there. We're not on the air that day.
When is it?
The 31st.
Monday.
Yeah.
8 a.m. shotgun.
Well, I'll have to see what the wife has planned for me that day.
Nice. So you have about 6 spots left, you think?
Yeah, we can. It just depends on our cart count, so we can get carts in advance if we have more than we need. So, 6 to 8 spots.
Gotcha. Well, good. And then, like I said, call out there for tee times. Give Mike a call, 563-332-5616, or go to hiddenhills-golf.com to find out all things they're doing. Because, once that weather, like you said, once we get rid of the 50s and 60s and we're in the 70s and 80s, got to get outside, enjoy the fresh air, and get some golf in you, right?
That is for sure, Jay.
That is for sure. Mm-hmm. All right. We missed last week because our scheduling thing got thrown off because I don't even think we knew about the Thursday, Friday White Sox thing. So, and then Wednesday we got interrupted with something else. So we didn't get a DFS in, but that maybe sometimes we need a break from our weekly DFS to really come in and hammer it home this week.
We did have a break, but I put a team in.
Oh, man.
I got all 5 guys made the cut. I had 1 guy miss.
Uh-huh.
And then I think I did pretty well. I made a little money.
Yes.
So we missed it, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm. We missed it, but hey, that's good that you're still working on it, so we can lock this down so that we're consistently making money.
For sure, it's like the week before the major. You can't take the week off. You're going to be rusty.
There you go, because this is the PGA Championship.
It is.
Okay, the same course where Rory won a few years back or so, right?
2012, I believe.
I believe that's it, yes. All right, so let's do a little DFS. Let's put a team together.
Okay. We're not going with Matt, right?
You are going with Rory?
No.
No, we are not.
Okay.
Too many things. He's trying to get length when he doesn't need it, so we're going to stay away.
Okay.
Okay, first pick. We're going to go with Spieth, though. I like what he's doing.
Okay. It's going to cost us 10-1. All right.
Yep. We're going to go with Xander.
I'm so happy for that. That's my new guy. That's my guy.
Love that guy.
That's my guy.
We got Max Homa.
Ooh, Homa.
Yeah, he's great on Twitter. 773 is what he's going to cost us. Okay.
And he's got Bones caddying for him this week, so that might give him 2 shots aside.
Who's caddying for him?
Bones.
Who's Bones?
Phil Mickelson's old caddy, longtime caddy.
And what
he's been around a long time.
Yeah. Okay. What did Schauffele cost us?
Hold on a second. Schauffele cost us. Let me go back. He cost us 9.6. All right. So So Bones is caddying for Homa.
Yeah,
it's a big deal. All right.
Huge.
That's great. That's worth something there. It's 2 birdies.
Okay.
Victor Hovland.
Ooh, Hovland, the young buck.
Okay. He's a 9-3. 14 out of 15 cuts. He's got 7 top 10s. All right.
Oh, yeah.
This team looks good.
It does.
Well, hold on. We still got 2 more guys.
I know, and we don't have a lot of money, so it's going to be fun here. We're going to be pulling up some names here.
I feel like I've got two guys that are not on the top of the list of anybody, but could perform.
Sure.
Chris Kirk.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. He's got a fancy beard.
What do he cost?
I'm gonna tell you in a second. He cost $7,000. And then
what kind of job would you say he looks like he does if you just looked at him?
What I think he is, I think he's one of these older guys that during the pandemic, he figured out TikTok, and he makes like little spoof videos on TikTok, and he's verified, and he's an influencer. That's what I think he does. He's like all these things, like makes fun of like suburban dads, and makes these little videos of them like mowing lawns and their socks and sandals or whatever else. Yeah, I think he looks like someone who started making videos.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's what he looks like. Yeah. Okay. And then who we got?
Last guy, Bernd Wiesberger.
Okay, I got him. Yeah, Wiesberger, 6'7". That's spending all of our money. He's made 10 out of 12 cuts and 2 top 10 finishes.
Yeah, in majors, he's usually a surprise. He'll be like, "Who's this guy?"
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, "Oh, okay." But he never wins. But I think he's going to compete.
Yep. I like this. We just need those guys, the Kirk and Wiesberger, to come through and make the cut. That's the most important thing.
You can bet on that, right?
Sure. I like that. All right, well, we have the Pints Golf outing coming up June 19th. That'll be out at Hidden Hills as well. You guys can sign up for that Pints, or you guys can message us either here at Don't House's Local, or you go to the Pints Facebook page. Anything else going on out there, buddy?
Right now we're just hitting full stride. We got the Memorial Day, like we said, and then call for tee times. We're open. We're starting to get into some heavy outing seasons on some weekend Fridays. So be prepared, call ahead, make sure you don't run into one of those. And if it's available, call whoever's having the outing, see if you can get in.
Yeah, just get out, have some fun, play some golf. Eventually I think I've got to pick up the sticks and get out one time before the Pints Golf outing or something.
Yeah,
so
Jay.
I've got to figure it out.
Knock some rust off.
I think it's been 2 or 3 years, so that's a lot of rust to knock off. But I don't know. But
let me get you into my tutelage.
There you go. All right, buddy. Yep. All right. Well, say hi to Bogey for me. I always want you to. I want him to know that I'm thinking about him.
These are his type of days right now.
Right on. All right, Mike. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you.
Thanks, gentlemen. Good luck.
Yep, we'll talk to you soon. All right, that's Mike out at Hidden Hills Golf Course, just north of TBK at 4335 Indiana Avenue in Bettendorf. Again, like you said, the Memorial Day tournament is it's filling up. So if you want to get in, go ahead and do that. 8 o'clock shotgun start, and you can call out at there at 563-332-5616. Follow them on social media wherever you can, and all that fun stuff. We got to take a quick break because we got to get another one in, and we got a lot to talk about because we got to look at some teams that we don't think may or may not make the postseason, or some teams that made it last year, and we got to look at our guess the lines, and we got to do our over-under. We have all that to do when we come back. Don't Hassle Us for Local here on ESPN 1170 AM.
Locally owned since 1934, Tri-City Equipment has been your source for restaurant equipment and value ever since. If you're looking to cater an event or you want to get something for your home cook, try them online at tricityequipment.com, or please stop down to 527 West 4th Street in Davenport. Remember, they deliver to all Quad City residents and match online pricing, so call them today, 563-322-5382. Showroom hours, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. That's Tri-City Equipment, 527 West 4th Street in Davenport.
I've been earning and burning, snapping necks and cashing.
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Matt Koss of the Quad City Times, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
From the gridiron to the 9-iron, experience the thrill of the game
anywhere in Iowa with Elite Sportsbook. You can now sign up for Elite Sportsbook on your phone anywhere in Iowa and receive your first bet risk-free, up to $500. Just visit EliteSportsbook.com to create an account, and your first bet is on us, up to $500. It's time to play your game with Elite Sportsbook. For a limited time only, valid only in Iowa. Must be 21. Visit EliteSportsbook.com for terms and conditions. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Unfiltered. Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Zubin Mahente.
Does Aaron Rodgers get moved before the season starts?
The two teams in the AFC for me would be the Raiders. And I know they got Carr, but you send Carr back to Green Bay. I know John Gruden he's probably sitting there just trying to figure out how to get that done because he's never satisfied the quarterback spot.
Never.
Think about it. He tried to get Brett Favre when Brett was 60. So, I mean...
But if you think about it, though, as far as location goes for Aaron Rodgers,
he was Vegas.
Vegas would be, Vegas would be optimal. Obviously, Bay Area, where like that would have really been.
That's why he was
better
really
for
pushing.
him. Yeah.
He was really pushing for that San Francisco opportunity because they had a winning team. And the Raiders, maybe he is a guy who can kick them over the top. But those are the two teams in the AFC that make sense.
Keyshawn, Jay, Will, and Zubin. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
If you own a small business, you know how hard it can be to find new customers. Now, Town Square has new tools that can help your business stand out and grow today. Go to GetLocalCustomersNow.com for a free local market competitive analysis that will show you what other businesses in town are doing to find new customers and how you can do it too with Town Square. Plus, be one of the first business owners to sign up with Town Square and receive $500 in free advertising on this radio station. Start growing your business today. Visit GetLocalCustomersNow.com. GetLocalCustomersNow.com.
This is Greeny with Mike Greenberg.
What I am about to tell you is my opinion. It is not a statement of fact. I believe that the 49ers changed their minds on the decision between Mac Jones and Trey Lance somewhere deep into the process. I don't think this was all one big smokescreen. I don't think they got any benefit from doing it. I think they legitimately changed their minds. And as a consequence, they take Trey Lance instead of Mac Jones. I don't know this for certain, but if I had to bet money that mattered to me, I would bet that if Trey Lance had been available at 4, the Falcons would have taken him. That's what I think. I don't know it, but that's what I think. And that would have changed everything. Obviously, the draft falls the way the draft falls because quarterbacks went 1, 2, and 3, but not 4. I think Lance, when all was said and done, was the guy everybody wanted.
Greeny, weekdays 9 till 11 on ESPN 1170.
Fun, saving money. Not fun, utility bills. Fun, generating your own clean, renewable energy. Not fun, flushing dollar bills down the toilet. Fun, calling Square One Solar for a no-pressure, free in-home estimate and getting a free solar phone charger. Not fun, paying your electric bill for the rest of your life. Let Square One Solar show you the benefits of solar. Over a decade of solar experience. Financing available, and for a limited time, buy one solar panel, get one free. Get your free solar analysis today. Square One Solar. Make the solar switch.
Just do it. Stop dragging yourself around feeling like you don't have to live this way. I repeat, you don't have to live this way. What you need is to replace the testosterone you have lost over time. Make an appointment at Limitless Male Medical. They will change your life. And don't do it tomorrow. Do it today. Make an appointment at Limitless Male and get your life back. Just do it at LimitlessMale.com. The men's health experts. Insurance accepted.
Trading involves financial risk and is not suitable for all investors. Past results do not guarantee future performance.
Traders, listen up. As life in America starts to return to normal, are you looking for the best trading opportunities? With the current real estate market, the rise of crypto, and the volatility of tech stocks, it's virtually impossible to guess what will happen next. With Vantage Point, you don't have to. Text the word money to 813-813 to learn how our technology analyzes over 1 million data points per day. Text the word money to 813-813 so you can learn how to predict market trends up to 3 days in advance with incredible accuracy. Whether you're trading stocks, options, forex, futures, or crypto, Vantage Point's patented artificial intelligence can give you a massive edge. Text MONEY to 813-813 to find out how to maximize your gains. Text the word MONEY to 813-813 to learn how to use the volatility to your advantage. Don't wait. Text the word MONEY to 813-813 now.
Go to VantagePointSoftware.com for terms, conditions, and privacy policy.
Join the conversation. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter to never miss a thing. From the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, everybody, we're back. Thanks for tuning in to Don't Hassle Us for Local, AM 1170.
Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Remember, remind you that you can download and listen to us on the app. You can listen to us on ESPN1170am.com, and you can also listen, watch us, and leave comments on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread on Facebook Live that we're on as well. So, even Easer A's made a funny joke on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread when he said, when I had announced the baseball scores, he said, why is the White Sox allowed to play a AAA team? Get it? They're playing the Twins. Yeah. And then our friend on Twitter said that our friend Dave Lavora said that if the Twins fire Rocco Baldelli, do they hire Ozzie Guillen? Which I don't understand the logic in that, but I haven't read anything that Rocco Baldelli's job is on the line in Minnesota. All right, we want to thank Mike for calling in from Hidden Hills, giving us our DFS for the week. I'm looking forward to making some money off of the DFS for the PGA Championship that's going on. Before we talk to him, I kind of threw that out there that if we look at it, and I will pull it up, if we look at the NFL last year and the playoffs, what teams do we think are going to make that leap, and what teams are not going to repeat as making the playoffs last year? So
let's break it down. We have AFC, NFC.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Kansas City and Tampa Bay were in it.
Yep.
You had Buffalo and Green Bay in it.
Mm-hmm. Just let me take you through it then, okay? Stick with the AFC part. Pittsburgh Steelers were the 3 seed.
Okay.
Tennessee Titans were the 4.
Okay.
Ravens were the 5.
All right.
The Browns were the 6.
Okay.
And remember, they added a team last year. The Colts made it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So we had Tampa Bay, Green Bay. Keep going. New Orleans.
You've got that. Green Bay was the 1. New Orleans was the 2. Seattle was the 3. Washington football team was the 4 because they won their division.
Yeah, stop it.
It's okay. And then Tampa Bay Buccaneers were the 5. The Rams were the 6. And the Bears were the 7. I can see off the top of I think I've got 5 teams that I have 5 or 6 teams that I don't think are going to make it.
I got Kansas City in.
Kansas City's in.
Buffalo's in.
Buffalo should be in.
Cleveland is in.
There you go. I'm with you on that.
I think Indy is in.
We're couldn't be paddling more in the same boat about the AFC.
I don't think Pittsburgh makes it. I don't know. Pittsburgh's going to be tough.
I don't think
either Pittsburgh or Baltimore are out. One of the two is out.
I actually have all 3 of them out.
What do you mean?
I don't think. I mean, oh, I'm sorry. I'm also looking at the Titans. Sorry.
Right.
And here's.
But who goes in then?
All right. Well, I think the Chargers make the jump.
Okay.
I would have said the Broncos, but I don't like that their first 2 games are on the road. They're not at Mile High, which is the first time in like 9 years or 10 years that they've had to open 2 games on the road.
I think the Chargers and Miami make the jump into the playoffs.
Okay.
There's still that part of me that thinks Tennessee's in.
Okay.
Just because they have a incredible ground game. I think Pittsburgh and Baltimore are out. I think the Chargers and the Miami Dolphins are in.
I think what I say 5 or 6, I think we're going to be about the same number because, all right, you said Miami, who was a game out. of making it. They were they would have been 8. So
if nothing changes in Green Bay, they're in. Tampa Bay is in. New Orleans is out. Washington is out. Seattle is probably out. The Bears are out.
Okay, say that again. Say that again about the NFC.
There's going to be a lot of teams out.
First things first. Look at your number 1 seed from last year. Are the Packers? Is he going to be quarterback?
If he stays there, the Rams are in. So I got 3 of the 7 in.
Saints are in. You said yes.
No, they're out.
Saints are out. Fair. I can say that. So Tampa Bay is in, right?
Tampa Bay's in. Green Bay's in. The Rams are in.
Okay. Well, then that opens everything up even more for in the NFC if the Packers are, if Aaron Rodgers is not there. That leads the NFC wide open. And a lot of it's going to come when the wild west, because the 49ers are probably making that jump back in there.
I think Dallas is in. I think the 49ers are in.
Dallas is in too.
I think the Eagles are garbage.
I don't think the Eagles are good.
I think the Giants are going to be garbage. I'm trying to think what other. I think Minnesota makes it back in.
Yeah.
So there's 3. 1, 2, 3. But I need a 4th one. See,
Atlanta.
Washington has a chance.
They sure do because of the division.
I'll say this: Washington may make it. That's my question mark. Who else would make it other than them?
Mm-hmm.
You got Rams and the 49ers. I don't think 3 teams make it out of that division. So I'm sorry. I think Seattle's out. I just don't see enough improvement in that team in the draft. You know what I mean? The draft
I don't.
Terrible. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need one more. I'm gonna have to stick with Washington because I think they had a good draft, and I think they have a good base. I mean that it's gonna be between them and Dallas who wins that division, and I think that division is gonna be improved because of those 2 teams.
Hear me out about Atlanta, and I know I've said this before, so I'm semi-repeating myself.
Okay.
But they start off 0-5.
They do.
That's what they did last year. Sorry. Last year they started off 0-5. 4 out of 5 of those losses were 1-score games.
Okay.
That's huge. That's a completely different team. Then you go to week 7, they lost to Detroit at home, 1-score game. They lose week 13 to the Saints at home, 1-score game. They lost on the road at Los Angeles, 1-score game. Then they lost to Tampa Bay at home, 1-score game. Lost to Kansas City on the road, 1-score game. That is a huge difference between 4 and 12. I mean,
you're saying you're saying if Washington doesn't make it, Atlanta's your sleeper?
I think so. I want to find a team. I don't know. I can't sit there and say, like, oh, they've added this, they've done this, they've done whatever.
Well, they added Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, but if they trade Julio Jones, different story. But Atlanta's a team.
Trading Julio Jones.
Atlanta's a team that you have to look at last year in the 1-score games and go, well, 4 and 12 doesn't look good, but there's going to be a little bit difference here.
I have a question mark with Big Ben's healthy. If he's going to be healthy enough.
Big Ben or Matty Ice?
Well, in Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh, I do too.
But in Atlanta, I don't have that quarterback question. In New Orleans, I have a quarterback question. Mm-hmm. In Seattle, I have keeping him upright questions.
Yeah, that's legit. Yeah,
I think they score a lot of points. I don't know if they win a lot of games. They haven't been able to improve the defense or their offensive line. Chicago, we don't know what's going to happen there. I'm sorry. If it's Andy Dalton, you're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
But the Rams are. I think the Rams are going to be. It's going to be fun. This is really going to be fun. The Rams are going to be good. The Rams are going to be really good.
Yeah.
The NFC is just loaded. I'm sorry.
And that's why I say I think it's going to be wide open.
The NFC is loaded.
It's going to be.
The AFC. Yes, you got Kansas City. Buffalo's pretty darn good. Cleveland's pretty darn good. But the rest of them, they're good. But they're not. It's not as. I wouldn't put them up against some of these teams. With Rodgers in Green Bay, Tampa Bay, the Rams, the 49ers, Dallas, Minnesota, even Atlanta, I think that they're really good.
Well, one more thing that I've been thinking about, and I'm going to pull it up. It's the NFL. And if you could if you could move any teams out of any division, what would it be and what would the alignment be? Let's just say, for example, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We do have some issues with the AFC South because the last time I checked, Indianapolis is not in the South. So that also leads to your East thing. And I'm trying to think if I move that around, who would be in the South?
So the AFC South is Tennessee,
Colts, Texans, Jags.
Colts, Texans, Houston, Jacksonville. And the NFC East is Washington, Philly, New York, and Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
So, this one's pretty easy.
What's that? Bless you.
You take Jacksonville out of the AFC, and you move them to the NFC East. And you take Dallas out of the NFC East, and you move it to the AFC.
You take Jacksonville out of the AFC?
Yeah, they're on the East Coast.
Okay, but what about the Colts in the South, though?
It's fine. It's still, they're closer to Tennessee.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Houston and Jacksonville,
yeah.
So you would move, oh my gosh, can you imagine if you moved the Dallas Cowboys to the AFC?
Yeah.
What the fans would do?
Freak out.
There would be a huge riot.
Yeah.
Huge. For no real reason, but the outpouring would just be insane. People losing their minds. That one, I did not see that coming at all. Move Jacksonville to the NFC East and put Dallas in the South. There's not a lot of other ones that throw me completely off. So, because it's not that bad, but I often wondered if there was some in there that kind of like Kansas City in the West, AFC West, I mean, your AFC East makes sense, right? That's about, your AFC North makes sense to me. And yeah, it's really just the South and the East and those. The AFC West, Kansas City is the question mark. That's all. The NFC North, it looks locked up good. And the NFC South, all right. I mean, Carolina might be the only one. New Orleans, that could be in the South. Yeah, they're already in the South. So Carolina could be an East team. And then Seattle West. I mean, they've done a good job, but it always throws me off about that. I know that the Cowboys are in the NFC East, and it's the way it works. And Colts are in the South when they probably should be some type of North. But the Jacksonville one was a good call. So, I mean, it's not like a lot of changing, but, geez, the idea that if you were to sit there and do that and move them, people would lose their minds.
Oh, yeah. Lose it.
All right, so the way too early guess the lines, even though we'll do this again week one because things change. We have OTAs coming up. We have depth chart changes that are going to happen.
All right. I got them all written down here. So I'm going to say
we did this on Wednesday. We did them on the air, and now we're going to check back. We'll go through the lines, then we'll come back and we'll do our over-unders, okay?
All right. Dallas, Tampa Bay. Jay had -4.5. I had -6.
Tampa Bay, right?
Yeah.
It is Tampa Bay -6.5.
It's Tampa Bay -6.5.
Yes. Yep.
So Troy takes that one.
That's right.
All right.
Ooh, boy. Looking at these over-unders. All right. Now we got the Steelers at the Bills. What did you have?
Steelers. Why did I do it like that? I put STL down for Steelers. I had -4. You had -6.
I'm going to, for the Bills, I'm going to get this right on the head. It's Bills -6.
Bills -6. Jay with a star.
Here's an interesting one. The Jets at the Panthers.
Yep. You had -9.5. I had -7.
You're going to get it. You're closer. It's only Panthers -4.5. That is something you need to jump on right now if you like to put a bet in week one in futures and get on something. Because I think this game, right? Sam Darnold, look at his weapons compared to what that. I mean, if you look at his receiving core last year and what Frank Gore's is running back, it's just disgusting, like what they gave that poor kid.
No, this one's going to be interesting.
All right? Yeah, because
you took Jacksonville and I took Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And we both had -1.5.
Yep.
And it is?
It's Jacksonville -3. That's hugely disrespectful for the Texans. They're at home. They're not favored, and you have a first-year head coach, a first-year quarterback.
Did you take Jacksonville?
I did take Jacksonville, yes.
Okay.
At -1.5. But that is a disrespectful line. I mean, I know it's a dumpster fire down there, but you don't know what you're getting with Jacksonville.
Still a dumpster fire.
I mean, Team Tebow you could be playing tight end for the Jacksonville.
Arizona, Tennessee. You had Tennessee -3. I had Tennessee -3.5.
I'm going to get this as well. It's Tennessee -2.5.
Oh, boy.
I know. Now we got Chargers.
So right now it is 2-3.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Chargers at Washington.
Chargers at Washington. What did I have? What did you have? We picked on last Wednesday.
You had Washington -3. I had the Chargers -4.
Okay. I had... Okay. It is the Chargers, and it's -1.5.
So I get that one. All right. Philly.
Yeah.
At Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
We both took Atlanta.
Yep.
You went -4. I went -5.
I'm going to be closer. It's -3.5. Oh, boy, is right.
Oh, boy. Right when I tie it up, then you go back in the lead.
I don't even know if I wrote you first or me first on some of these, so I have the numbers down what we did, but I didn't initial it, so you have the idea more than you have a better idea than I do. Yeah, because in the next one, Seahawks at Colts. Someone got it right on the head.
Well, you had 3, and I had 1.5.
Well, I get it right on the head.
Oh,
it's Colts -3. Yeah.
I get right in the head.
Same thing with the next one. I think.
We both had Minnesota.
Okay.
You had 1.5. I had 3.
You get it right on the head. The Vikings are favored on the road in Cincinnati at -3.
Oh, nice.
And then 49ers at the Lions. Boy, oh boy. I remember this one because you went high on the 49ers, right? You went.
You did.
Oh, I did. Gotcha. Okay.
You went -10.5. I
Yeah.
went -7.5.
Well, you're going to get it. It's -7. Yeah. You got a little comeback rolling here.
Yeah, it's tied back up, I think.
Oh, okay. Now it all depends on who put the hook on this game.
Oh, boy.
Chiefs and Browns.
You did -4.5. I did -4.
It's -6.5, so I'm back on the win side.
Oh, boy.
The Dolphins go to New England.
Yeah, well, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We both have Miami.
Oh, yeah.
I had -3. No, you had -3. I had -3.5.
Ooh, I'm only going to get this just because of the hook. It's actually the Patriots -2.5.
Really?
Yeah. That's a dumb line.
Yeah, what else? All right, you're up 2 with 4 to play.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one we're going to tie because we both took -3.
We were both wrong.
What is it?
It's Broncos are favored on the road -1. We both took the Giants, right? -3?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we tie that one.
Yeah. Green Bay at New Orleans.
That's a tough one. What did you take?
I took -2.5.
For who?
Green Bay.
And I took -3?
Yep.
Yeah, you're going to get it closer. It's actually Saints are favored -3 in this game.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't see how, but all right. All right. Well, I got to win both these to win.
It's going to be an interesting one.
Chicago at the Rams.
Yeah.
You had -6.5 for the Rams, and I did -7.5.
Yeah, it's a tie because it's -7.
Oh, boy. So I need to win this to tie.
Yeah, you might have it.
I think I do. So this is the one where I think I screwed this up.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I got this right.
Okay.
You took Baltimore -5.
Okay.
And I took Vegas -3.
Oh, I'm gonna get this.
You are?
Yeah, Ravens are favored 3.5. I thought
Are
you
you
took.
kidding
I thought you took the Ravens -3. Huh. But that is the early week 1 lines from the Superbook at the Westgate in Las Vegas. And like I said, you can go find this. They've got all week, every single week already printed out. It actually will help you next year when you're making your bets to see like what they thought originally and how it is now. I want to take a quick break here. ESPN 1170 AM, and then we're going to do the over-unders for the NFL for week 1 as well. Take a look at kind of what our brains are at, and I will give you a hint. I'm higher than the majority of the other ones, so I must be a week 1 thing. That scores are not usually that high because the risk management team and those Vegas things, they're pretty smart. So we'll be right back here. Don't hassle the local. ESPN 1170 AM.
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Merrick Brave from SCW Pro, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
River Valley Turf is your Quad Cities John Deere dealer specializing in lawn and garden, commercial equipment, John Deere utility vehicles, and compact tractors. River Valley Turf has a huge inventory of both new and used power equipment to get the job done right the first time. Deer season is going on now, so come shop the selection and save. Buy now before they're gone. Unlike the box stores, we let you drive it before you buy it. Stop in and see what River Valley Turf has to offer today. Located in both Davenport, Iowa and Silvis, Illinois, or visit rivervalleyturf.com.
If you own a small business, you know how hard it can be to find new customers. Now, Town Square has new tools that can help your business stand out and grow today. Go to getlocalcustomersnow.com for a free local market competitive analysis that will show you what other businesses in town are doing to find new customers and how you can do it too with Town Square. Plus, be one of the first business owners to sign up with Town Square and receive $500 in free advertising on this radio station. Start growing your business today. Visit getlocalcustomersnow.com. That's getlocalcustomersnow.com.
Your legacy is important. Preparing your final wishes is a lasting gift to family and friends. Lock in and guarantee today's prices while alleviating the burden on your loved ones. Whelan Presley's pre-arrangement policies are guaranteed to be there when needed. You can even begin the pre-arranging process from home. Log on to WhelanPresley.com or contact us to get started. Trusted over 130 years, Whelan Presley Funeral Home and Crematory.
We would be honored and privileged to serve you.
When the big times come to a small town, you know it will be done right.
The annual Wapello Pro Rodeo is back this year, July 16th and 17th. If that's not enough, the Wisconsin FMX featuring Cody Kavanaugh will be performing as the specialty act. 2 professional features on 2 amazing nights. The FFA members work hard to bring a family fun event to Louisa County. 2 fun nights and 2 great acts.
Tickets go on sale June 1st at WapelloRodeo.com, so get them before your 8 seconds are up.
Trading involves financial risk and is not suitable for all investors. Past results do not guarantee future performance.
Traders, listen up. As life in America starts to return to normal, are you looking for the best trading opportunities? With the current real estate market, the rise of crypto, and the volatility of tech stocks, it's virtually impossible to guess what will happen next. With Vantage Point, you don't have to. Text the word money to 813-813 to learn how our technology analyzes over 1 million data points per day. Text the word money to 813-813 so you can learn how to predict market trends up to 3 days in advance with incredible accuracy. Whether you're trading stocks, options, forex, futures, or crypto, Vantage Point's patented artificial intelligence can give you a massive edge. Text money to 813-813 to find out how to maximize your gains. Text the word money to 813-813 to learn how to use the volatility to your advantage. Don't wait. Text the word money to 813-813 now.
Go to VantagePointSoftware.com for terms, conditions, and privacy policy.
I'm Steve Weisman with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. If you know from whence you came, it's been said there are no limitations to where you can go. For Carson Wentz, his new coach believes that's quite far. Colts coach Frank Reich said Monday he cringes when it's suggested that Wentz is broken. Reich went on to say he's very confident that Wentz has a team around him. But Wentz's old team just scored a veteran boost to its defense. After 10 years in Washington, edge rusher Ryan Kerrigan is staying in the NFC East, but will be playing in Philly. Kerrigan leads the Washington football team with the franchise record 95.5 sacks and 147 quarterback hits. Meantime, Trevor Lawrence took to the field for the first time this past weekend at Jags rookie minicamp. Lawrence says his surgically repaired left shoulder feels great, and he should be fully healthy by the team's mandatory minicamp next month. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Introducing the Lowe's List. While there's innovation in every aisle, these are some of our experts' top picks for 2021. Customize any load with the Whirlpool 2-in-1 washer. Control your home with a touch, thanks to Samsung Connected Appliances. Repel the rain with HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Everlast. And keep the job going longer with the exclusive new line of Flex Power Tools, made for pros. To see who made the full Lowe's list, visit Lowe's.com. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility.
Can I get a chair that'll turn my home office into a corner office?
It's possible. How about a PC that'll help me get the most out of my day and my budget?
Staples Connect makes it possible with the tools you need to work from home. And now, get up to $140 off select PCs and up to $100 off select chairs. Explore what's new at your local Staples or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 5/22. In-store only. Limit 2 while supplies last. Details at staplesconnect.com/weekly ad.
From the Vegas Gaming Cafe, this is the Quad Cities Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBLB Davenport, a Town Square media station.
Hey. That's right.
Hey.
Back here at Don't Hassle So Local, AM 1170 on your dial.
I know you may not be interested in the NBA or whatever else, but the new play-in situation.
What's the NBA?
The new play-in look is interesting. It's one that we haven't spent way too much time talking about, but we do have games tonight. Tonight we have the Pacers versus the Charlotte Hornets. That is going to be a 5:30 tip-off, and then we have the Celtics versus the Wizards. Follow me here. The Celtics are the 7 and 8 seed. The Pacers are the 9, and the Hornets are the 10. This is how this works. Whoever wins between the Celtics and the Wizards tonight are in as the 7 seed. They will play the number 2 seed. In. If you lose the 7-8 game, you play the winner of the 9 and 10. So for the Pacers and the Hornets tonight, it's win or go home. The loser of the Celtics, the 7-8 one, they can lose and still they play, and if they beat them, then they get to play their way in. Kind of goofy, right? Because before it was like, if you were the lower seed, you had to beat them twice. You only had to beat them once last year when they were in the bubble. It was for the play-in, if you were the lower seed, had to beat them twice. This one's a little goofy because if you lose the 9-10 game, you still have a chance to play someone. I actually like the Wizards tonight to beat the Celtics. The Celtics have been playing banged up. They're out with Jason Tatum. Celtics are favored -3, but I like the Wizards in the +3. I actually like them to win that game. And then tomorrow night, which is NBA's 6 to midnight, if you want to, you've got the night game at 9 o'clock tip-off. It's the Lakers versus Golden State. You got LeBron versus Curry, And so that's the 7-8. Win that game, you're in. If not, Friday night, you're going to play the winner between the 9 and 10 game, the Grizzlies and the San Antonio Spurs. So either way on Friday night, on Friday, and the time to be determined, you're going to get LeBron or Steph Curry trying to play their way into the tournament, to the playoffs. So it's going to be rather interesting. I think it's a different format, and I like it. We briefly talked about it yesterday. The 2021 Basketball Hall of Fame inductees have been confirmed. Val Ackerman's in there, Rick Adelman, Chris Bosh, Bob Dandridge, Cotton Fitzsimmons, what a great name, Howard Garfinkel, Yolanda Griffith, Lauren Jackson, Clarence Fats Jenkins, Tony Kukoc is in, I didn't know that, Pearl Moore, Paul Pierce, Bill Russell, Ben Wallace, Chris Webber, and Jay Wright are all going into the Hall of Fame. All right, we have looked at Week 1 of the NFL, played our most favorite game, and that is Guess the Lines. We did that on Wednesday because they leaked the NFL schedule earlier. We will come back in the fall and do it again because things change. Things change, Mox. You're the starting quarterback. Now, I do have in front of me the over-unders. I have not seen your over-under yet.
And I have not seen yours.
And I'm just interested to see about how far off I am. I feel like I was a little bit too inflated on the numbers.
Let's start with week 1.
Yeah, we're doing week 1, game 1.
All right.
Cowboys in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. Dallas got better on defense, but how much is that going to translate that quick into the season? I went high. I went 55.
I went 56.5.
Okay. I'm actually only going to get this because I'm closer. Well, that's how the game works. But they went. The Vegas has them at 52.
All right.
And the only way I can, and that's why I think I'm beefy on some, but I'm over on others. And I don't necessarily agree with this next line. The Pittsburgh Buffalo game over under. I have 44.
I have 45.5.
I don't think this is going to be a very high-scoring game on the Steelers' end, especially ball control. And Buffalo will, I think they'll put their points up. I don't think the Steelers will get past 17 in this game. So, but you're going to get it. It is 49.5. So 7 touchdowns in between there is, and then a hook. It's kind of crazy, but all right. The Jets at Carolina. I don't think there's going to be a lot of scoring here. You've got a first-year quarterback, Zach Wilson. You got a new Sam Darnold, but he's going to be playing with some weapons that he's not used to having. So I went 41.5.
I went 46.
I'm going to get this one as well. It's 43. The next game is the Jaguars at the Texans. And this is another situation. Before we went to break, we can talk about it. It's a dumpster fire in Houston. We don't know what's going on. It's a front office all the way down. Jacksonville, first-year coach. Urban's never coached in the NFL. Trevor Lawrence never taken a snap in the NFL. And then, did you know Jacksonville drafted that running back, right? Did you see that he's been taking snaps as receiver?
Etienne?
Yeah, in the OTAs. Yeah, that perked my interest yesterday.
Dude, they're going to use him as a super weapon.
So before we get to that, means especially if you're in a PPR. You better be drafting Etienne. You've got to put him on your radar.
Yeah.
And I wonder how high he goes. I mean, if people are taking Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the first round and thinking the same thing, but this guy's going to be on the field at the same time as the running back that they had, Robinson, and other weapons. That's going to be interesting. And then, of course, Tim Tebow. So protecting for Trevor Lawrence.
He has God as his blindside blocker.
I didn't think this would be a very high-scoring game. I put this at 43.5.
Wow. I put it at 38.5.
Well, Vegas is a little bit higher than me, so I'll get it there at 45.5.
Are you kidding me? They have this one over the Carolina Jet? That's stupid.
I agree with that as well.
That's stupid.
I think that's an under that you need to hit right now. If you can get to our friends at Elite Sportsbook, go ahead and do that.
Do they think Deshaun Watson's playing? All right, whatever.
Arizona Cardinals at the Tennessee Titans. Yeah, I'm off on this one. I can tell you that much. And I don't know, I can't give you my reasoning why I went with 46. But that's where I'm at, 46.
I went 51.5.
You are so close. It is 51. I can't tell you the reasoning behind that. 21, 20, because that should have been, that's 21, 28 makes 49. It probably should have been a little higher, yeah. Yeah, good call on that. The Chargers at the Washington football team.
48.5.
I went 48, and I'll get it because I'm closer. I don't agree with this one either. 44.5.
Unreal.
The Washington football team's got a good defense, but Herbert put up great numbers. The Chargers are good. And now they're going across town, across the nation. I don't like that very much, but...
very odd.
Yeah. Eagles and Falcons. Another one that I'm off.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, It's the Falcons. If I've said it once, I've said it every week since we've been guessing the lines. Are you going to get a 17-10 game out of them, or are you going to get just a burner 31-28? Either way, flip of a coin, who's going to win that game? I went the opposite and said, hey, I think they're going to be moving some things. I think Hurts has got some things to prove. New coach in Philadelphia, but maybe that's where I'm wrong, and I shouldn't have gone that high. I had them at 53.
I went 42.
You're going to get it because you're closer by number. It's 47.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I think Philly's garbage.
I think they are too. I think they are too, but yeah. Okay, Seattle at Indianapolis Colts.
This is just a game of you don't know. Right now, you don't know.
I know, and that's why we do it. I mean, it's way too early, but it's one of those things.
So I mean, is Carson Wentz going to come back? How good does Seattle look? I did 44.5. I figure this is right down the middle. This is like a 21-24 game, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I did 44.5.
44.5?
Mm-hmm.
You're that's 47. I was at 50.5, so you get it. Yeah, you're 2.5 off. I'm 3.5 off. So they're right in between the two of us. What we're thinking.
Yeah.
Minnesota at Cincinnati.
Yeah. For me, this is another weird one, Bert. I mean, Burrow obviously coming off an injury. Minnesota kind of a down year to make the playoffs. How good are the defense? Is the offense there? A lot of good receivers in this. I did 43.5, and I probably was too low.
Okay, I actually, and yes, you are too low. I was at 49.5. Joe's got some weapons. Hopefully the line works out for him. Minnesota needs to come out of the gate, and they need to win this game. They might have to be in a shootout for this. I get 49.5. The thing is actually 48 right now.
All right.
49ers at the Lions.
Yeah. This is going to be all 49ers. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, if Detroit scores 10 points, they're lucky.
I think I had Detroit at 14.
Okay.
And
I got them at 10, and I got San Fran at 34, 35.
Okay, so that you're around the 45 mark.
Yeah.
Is that what you have?
I have 45.5.
You hit it right on the head. I had 51, actually. I don't know if I was giving Detroit a field goal here and there or what, or a pick six by the 49er defense when I went. I can't tell you the way I was thinking there, but yeah, you hit that right on the head. Congratulations. Good for you. Yeah. It's got to make you feel good.
I do feel great. Thanks.
Cleveland at Kansas City. This is going to be a good game. Cleveland has to establish itself that we are, a force to be reckoned with in the AFC. We plan on winning the AFC North. Now we want to be a force to be reckoned with the AFC. Kansas City has beefed up their offensive line, and we know that they can score. I went high. This was my highest over-under of the week.
Mine too.
I went 57.
I went 58.5.
I'm going to get it closer. It's 53.
Wow.
That makes me feel like that's a one that we should get in on early, too. Miami at New England. I'm off a lot on this one.
What'd you go?
I went beefy at 52.5.
Wow.
I think Miami's going to exploit their weapons, and I don't know. I don't know if it will be Cam there throwing ground balls to his receivers, or if Mac Jones will be in there. I don't know. Or maybe even Jarrett Stidham in there. So that's kind of a tough one.
I went 47.
Okay. It's 44.5.
Let me get it just by attrition.
Yep.
We're all knotted up, Jay, with 4 to go.
All right. Denver at the New York Giants. Jeez.
Yeah, this
I
one.
I can't catch a break. I'm just terrible with this.
This is literally kind of the same thing in my head. This is 24-21. And I couldn't tell you who's going to win the game.
So you put it at 45?
I put it right at 45.
I have it at 48. And it is 42. So you've got it. I don't like this one either. I don't like this Packers-Saints one.
You don't?
just because I don't know what we're going to get out of the quarterbacks from New Orleans, and we really don't know what's going to happen in Green Bay. So I brought it down a little bit.
I went with it as Green Bay is going to have Aaron. That's you got to go with what's there now.
Sure.
So they got Aaron now. New Orleans. Listen, Sean Payton. This is going to be the testament of how good of a coach Sean Payton is.
Yep.
Period. I still don't know. I didn't like their draft. You know that. I didn't. I thought New Orleans did a lot of reaching, and I was not impressed with the draft. I put this at 44.5 because I think this is going to be all Green Bay.
You and I are paddling the same boat. I have it 45.5. They have, and I'm going to get this only to be closer. They have it at 50.5, and that seemed a lot to me. 31-21. I don't see that happening week 1. I just don't. I really, really don't. So.
Yeah, we're knotted up with 2 to play. Yeah, I think that's high. Just being that you don't know what the quarterback play is going to be there.
Basically, what Vegas is looking at, they're saying the Saints win 31-28 and the over-under 50.5. Because it's a -3 in this game. So 31-28 Saints victory and the over hits. There's got to be some other things in here, like people will bet this game to be because it's the Packers and Saints. You have to understand there are some things out there in Vegas that people know that they'll bet. Majority of people are going to bet overs because they want to cheer for scoring. No one wants to cheer for defense. Sorry for all the defensive-minded people out there. Are the defensive coordinators. They're wonderful defensive coordinators out here in all high school football and at St. Ambrose and Augustana, but no one's really cheering for the defense, especially when it comes to gambling. All right, the Bears at the Rams in the Sunday night game.
Yeah.
I can tell you this. You said it earlier, and I think it was the Lions game. I think. I had this 35-10 Rams in my head all day long, 35-10.
Yeah, 35-10. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had like 30, 33-14 in my head, like 34-14, something like that.
So you're at about 47?
I'm 47.5.
It's 44.5. I get it.
Oh, boy.
Final one that I don't agree with, and it's partially because I'm so far off, but I just don't like the over-under on this one. It's Baltimore at the Las Vegas Raiders.
What'd you have?
I went 42.5.
Well, we're in the same boat. I went 43.
You're going to get it because you went higher than me. This one is actually at 51.
We ended up tying, by the way.
Oh, well, here we go. 51, though.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
I think that number's going to fluctuate in a lot of spots. I just think, man, I don't know. Just not impressed with what Baltimore did either. Rashad Bateman and Jayon. Oh, man, they need an O-line help more than anything. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I just want to point out they've been Axios Sports have been doing a nice job this week. They're covering all things because of the 3-year from the Supreme Court ruling that overturned the player protection for gambling and how the states have looked at and handled what they brought in just a small amount of time. And now they're just kind of looking at the different views of it, how it expands and how it's covered. It's very interesting because the casinos, the sports books have relied a lot on podcasts and sports shows much like this. And there are 2 different versions. You have the ones that are the pros basically giving out their, your Vegas Sports Insider Network type of thing. They are crunching the real numbers. They're the ones that are saying like, oh, when the weather is this, and you typically when a home team is this or a away team, here's the odds of it working. And then you have a lot of it like us. As much as I'm not a huge fan of Barstool Sports, they're more about the entertainment side of the gambling as well, but they're getting into casinos. And I do like it that their CEO, Erica Nardini, said, if you're looking for betting models and insider tips, we're not for you. I would say that's about where we fall in this as well. So it's expanded so fast. It's crazy
that in just the 3 years when we talked to Wes Ericke, the Iowa Gaming and Racing Association, and said it's going to blow up. I mean, we had meetings with casinos and said, you guys need to build sports books. You got to do this and that. It's going to happen. And now look at it. We talked to Jake last week, and he even said that, they're going to look into getting an OTB, which, by the way, Bob Baffert his horses are banned now from the Preakness or the Belmont, whatever one it is coming up next.
Well, he didn't win the Preakness. Why, did the horse test positive again?
I don't know. It just came out this morning. I was like, I read it and scrolled through, and I'm like, I'm done with this because I didn't even realize this. Merrick told me yesterday that Bob Baffert's original thing when he tested positive, and I didn't read it. I'm like, this is a lie, Merrick. And he's like, I'll pull it up. Bob Baffert's original excuse. Remember, keep that in mind when I read what Pat Forty said, and he said that the excuses are going to be abundant, and they're all going to stink, basically. His original excuse was he ate tainted hay. Hear me out. I don't know if it was actually the groom, wedding party, or a guest at a wedding peed on the hay, and that's what he ate. That was his original excuse before the topical cream came out. Then he had to dial it back. It's crazy.
He peed on hay.
Yep, that was his original excuse, yeah. But, I mean, the OTB, all these things, and that's what we're talking about.
You got a $1 billion horse like that or wherever it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're keeping that next to hay where people can pee on?
Yep.
He's really dumb for a smart rich guy, if that's the case.
We are way too early for this, and I haven't asked you to, but I just want to bounce these off of you, and you let me know what you think, okay?
All right,
I'm going to look at the way too early as of this morning on ESPN.com, and according to a panel of a group of more than 80 writers, editors, and TV personalities, this is how the power rankings look as of today.
For the NFL.
For the NFL.
Okay.
We'll do the MLB on Thursday.
Number one is probably the Chiefs still.
It is the Chiefs. That's right. Yeah. So
they just love giving Brady something to have a chip on his shoulder about.
There you go. Yeah.
He wins the Super Bowl, but he ain't the favorite. All right, but Tampa
8 new
Bay's
linemen are going to be on there for Kansas City. Good or bad thing? I don't know.
We'll see. Tampa Bay's got to be number 2.
Tampa Bay is number 2.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3. Oh, it's going to be between these two. I'll say Green Bay, but it might be Buffalo.
It is Buffalo.
Okay. Well, then number 4 has got to be Green Bay.
It's not. It's the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, all right. So they're loving the Matt Stafford.
Yes, Matt Stafford, I think, has the 3rd or 4th best odds to win the MVP next year.
Okay. Well, it's going to be fun for him. Then Green Bay at 5.
Green Bay is at 5.
All right. At 6. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Cleveland?
At 6. The Baltimore Ravens.
Oh.
Am I always just not big on Baltimore for some reason?
Well,
is that me?
They didn't win their division last year, so yeah, that's why I'm not big on them, but okay.
It says here the Ravens gave Jackson 2 polished route runners and a mountainous offensive lineman in the first 4 rounds. So they got help with Rashad Bateman, the the wide receiver, and Tylan Wallace in the 4th round. So basically their comparison is think Keenan Allen and Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
Number 7 is the Cleveland Browns.
All right. I knew I couldn't be off too far on that. All right. Number 8 then is probably Indianapolis.
It is not. It is with the question marks in my eyes, the Seattle Seahawks.
Ooh.
Yeah. They didn't do anything like drafting a new center or anything like that. They kept Ethan Posick there, good for his job. It's going to be just what you said earlier. Is Russell Wilson going to be standing at the end of the game? Mm-hmm. Number 9.
Colts.
Not the Colts.
Pittsburgh.
49ers.
Oh. All right.
49ers.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes big time sense.
Number 10, not the Colts.
Not the Colts?
No. They're not, obviously not as big as you are, though.
Minnesota.
No, Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
Huh. Name to remember for Titans? Maybe last pick if you're in the tight end. If you're not big on tight ends, Anthony Berkser. They did not draft a tight end. They haven't added anything. He's been going to be left as their best option for Ryan Tannehill. He had 19 receptions on third down last year, which 14 resulted in first down. So he's a possession tight end for them. Number 11 is the Arizona Cardinals. That's a team I don't know much. It's not that I don't know much about them. I really am just. I just said this yesterday. I'm not sold on Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, they're not better than Dallas. I'm sorry, and I don't think they're better than. I don't think they're better than Indianapolis.
Now at 12 is the Indianapolis Colts.
All right, 13 should be Dallas.
It's the Vikings.
I don't think Arizona's better than Minnesota either. 14 Dallas.
Miami Dolphins.
Okay. 15 better be Dallas.
Why do you think that?
Because this is silly. There's no way they're
It's
Dallas.
Pittsburgh Steelers, and I don't think I'm agreeing with you here.
Dallas is better than the Steelers.
I agree with that too. I wonder what they're going to say. Dallas is at 16.
Okay. Man.
I think it's kind of the thing, like defense thing. They added 3 safeties in free agency, right?
They added 2 safeties in free agency. And They added multiple. I mean,
But they're gonna move. So they didn't draft a safety. They're gonna move their cornerback to that position. The 6th round cornerback, Israel Mukamu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. 17 is the Los Angeles Chargers.
I would say I think the Chargers are going to be better than the Cardinals at the end of the year. And maybe better than Tennessee.
All right. 18 is the New Orleans Saints.
That's about right. You just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, they could come out and be great. So I'm not. 19, let me guess. Washington.
No. It is
Vegas.
Nope. New England Patriots.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. They did a lot of work in the offseason.
They did. The thing is it going to work out or not? All right. At number 20 is the Washington football team.
All right.
Number 21, the Atlanta Falcons.
There you go. See, that was what you were talking about. Those two are going to be fighting for a playoff spot. They're right next to each other in rankings. It makes sense.
Then at 22 is the Raiders that you just brought up. Yes.
Raiders are going to be interesting.
It's interesting. The whole Leatherwood draft pick is going to have to, come to fruition.
Well, I liked what they did, though. They took Leatherwood, and then they turned around. I think they got Trayvon Morwig, right?
Yeah, they 5 of their 7 draft picks were on defensive side of the ball for the Raiders.
Yeah, they ended up getting Trayvon Morwig.
Yeah. Number 23, the New York Giants. Danny Dimes. This is his team.
Really?
Yeah. They got playmakers for him, but
so they're trying to tell me they think that the Giants are better than
Eagles. Just who? Yeah.
Okay. I don't think they're better than Cincinnati. But go ahead. Who's at 24?
24, the Chicago Bears.
All right. I think the Bears are better than the Giants.
All right, so yesterday the big talk was this. I said that the Bears start Fields week 4. And that was at home against the Lions. All right, they open up on the road at the Rams. They're at home against the Bengals, then they go to Cleveland. Very likely, more than likely, 1-2 or 0-3.
All right.
And then you're at home against the Lions. And I don't know why you just don't go for that right there. What the talk was yesterday between Merrick and Mikey was it was going to come more between weeks 10, 12, so week 11 bye. So he'll start at home against the Cardinals in December. And that leaves them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games there. I don't know. And I said this yesterday. It's the best description I've heard of the Bears and their situation with Fields and everything else. We're lost, but we're making great time. And it's one of the best descriptions because he's like, it doesn't matter. You're still lost. Even though you're telling everyone, yeah, it's okay. We're still making great time. You're lost.
Right.
And that's, it's a great, I really thought it was a great description of it. So if he doesn't come out week 1, it's going to be the over-under. What week is he going to start?
Who do they got at 25 then?
Be
Carolina?
right back with that. Come on. Don't be goofy on me now. I don't know why it's... Come on.
It has to be Carolina.
There we go. What? You think so?
I think so.
All right. There we go. Sorry about the wait out there. Yep, it's Carolina Panthers at 25.
All right. And then at 26, it'll be Denver.
It's Denver. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, they're going to be interesting. They made some free agency signings in the defense side, Kyle Fuller, Ronald Darby, and then they re-signed free safety Justin Simmons.
At 27, I think it will be Cincinnati.
It's not. It's the Eagles.
All right. Well, then Cincinnati's 28.
The Jets, which is interesting.
No way.
Yeah, I don't like that one at all.
No way. And get that HIA on.
Yeah, I don't like that one. And then the Cincinnati Bengals. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then at 30, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I can agree with that. The next to last team, then, is Detroit.
It is. 31 is Detroit.
Because
That's
we
right.
all know that Houston is the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
If they don't have Deshaun Watson.
But I think, for the worst record, I think actually the best, to have the worst record in the NFL, odds go, I believe, Detroit, Texans, Jaguars, in that order.
Really?
Yeah. So, yeah. So at 32, they have the Houston Texans. That's right. All right, we got to take our last break of the hour here on Don't Hassle Us. We're local. I want to welcome to the show a new sponsor, Martin Family Dentistry. Longtime friends of the show, listener, and if you remember right, Luke called in.
Yeah.
That's his. And when the summertime hits, when he's not in school, we'll probably get Luke to talk to us a little bit more. But yes, Martin Family Dentistry is a new sponsor show. I'll talk to you more about that when we come back from break, because right now my ad is frozen up. And
no!
I know
Oh, Jay!
I know, and you should have seen it before when the phone call didn't go through. They were like, "What is this, amateur hour?" And then like always.
That's mean.
Anyway, it's Martin. It's up now. It's Martin Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, and it's there on 54th Street in Davenport. At Martin Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, they're here to help everybody have a positive dental experience, and that starts with the youngest patients at their very first dental appointment. Their office is kid-friendly and designed to be comfortable for all ages. They have designated kids area, and the entire staff is very experienced and comfortable with children of all ages. And they are friends of mine, and I'm happy that they're part of this and believe in this show, and we believe in them. Remember, Martin Family Dentistry will take care of all your dental needs, from your first cleaning to all restorative work. They have a relaxed environment to help you be as comfortable as possible in a place that you will like to visit. Go ahead and give them a call at 563-355-6626, or go to martinfamilydds.com to look more and like their Facebook page as well. We'll be right back here at Don't Hassle Us for Local on ESPN 1170 AM.
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Julian Vandervelde, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
It's not okay to live life feeling lousy when you can fix it. Limitless Mail has helped thousands of men erase lousy symptoms like trouble sleeping, no energy, loss of muscle mass, poor concentration, belly fat, low sex drive, depression. These are signs of low testosterone that can be eliminated. Take the quiz and schedule your complimentary consult at limitlessmail.com. The men's health experts. Insurance accepted.
The first ever GM Ford Mopar Nationals is coming to Cordova International Raceway Saturday the 22nd. See the Ozark Mountain Super Shifters and the Nostalgia Pro Stocks at the same time for the first time ever. Enjoy long, smoky burnouts, gear jamming, and wheelies galore. Midwest top sportsmen and Victory Nostalgia Super Stocks battle it out to see who's the best brand on the ground. Plus box class and no box bracket races. Saturday, May 22nd. Gates open at 8. Track is hot at 10. For more info, visit Cordova International Raceway at racecir.com.
Unfiltered. Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Zubin Mahente.
Does Aaron Rodgers get moved before the season starts?
The two teams in the AFC for me would be the Raiders. And I know they got Carr, but you send Carr back to Green Bay. I know John Gruden he's probably sitting there just trying to figure out how to get that done because he's never satisfied at the quarterback spot. And never. Think about it. He tried to get Brett Favre when Brett was 60. So, I mean.
But if you think about it, though, as far as location goes for Aaron Rodgers.
He was Vegas.
Vegas would be, Vegas would be optimal. Obviously, Bay Area, where that would have really been.
That's why he was
better
really pushing.
Yeah.
He was really pushing for that San Francisco opportunity because they had a winning team. And the Raiders, maybe he is a guy who can kick them over the top. But those are the two teams in the AFC that make sense.
Keyshawn, Jay, Will, and Zubin. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
When booking your next tee time, hitting a bucket of balls, or looking for a quick bite to eat, make Palmer Hills Golf Course and Grill in Bettendorf your first choice. 18 rolling holes that challenge the beginner up to the avid player. Visit Palmer Hills' fully stocked pro shop for clubs, clothing, or anything golf. After your round, relax in the Palmer Grill, featuring daily lunch specials. And opening Tuesday, May 25th, The Forge at Palmer Hills, a unique 18-hole putting experience. Visit PalmerHillsGolf.com or download the free Palmer Hills app. Tee it up today.
Shop the Tyson's More Flowers for Spring sale now through May 23rd. Save $5 on a Boston Fern hanging basket. All other hanging baskets 20% off. Pick up the Farm Fresh Select Selection of the Week for only $7.99. Add an All-American Hummingbird feeder to your backyard. Now only $9.99. Stock up on Hummingbird and Oriole Nectar, available in 32 and 64-ounce bottles. All this plus so much more in-store and online at Tysons.com. Tysons, home, farm, auto.
This is Greeny with Mike Greenberg.
What I am about to tell you is my opinion. It is not a statement of fact. I believe that the 49ers changed their minds on the decision between Mac Jones and Trey Lance somewhere deep into the process. I don't think this was all one big smokescreen. I don't think they got any benefit from doing it. I think they legitimately changed their minds. And as a consequence, they take Trey Lance instead of Mac Jones. I don't know this for certain, but if I had to bet money that mattered to me, I would bet that if Trey Lance had been available at 4, the Falcons would have taken him. That's what I think. I don't know it, but that's what I think. And that would have changed everything. Obviously, the draft falls the way the draft falls because quarterbacks went 1, 2, and 3, but not 4. I think Lance, when all was said and done, was the guy everybody wanted.
Greeny, weekdays 9 till 11 on ESPN 1170.
Gotta finish this today.
Cristiano's construction projects typically run smoothly, but this project's pipeline is about to burst.
Yo, boss, where you want us to put this? To the left. Your other left. John.
Indeed can help him hire the people he needs.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
If you own a small business, you know how hard it can be to find new customers. Now, Town Square has new tools that can help your business stand out and grow today. Go to GetLocalCustomersNow.com for a free local market competitive analysis that will show you what other businesses in town are doing to find new customers and how you can do it too with Town Square. Plus, be one of the first business owners to sign up with Town Square and receive $500 in free advertising on this radio station. Start growing your business today. Visit GetLocalCustomersNow.com. That's GetLocalCustomersNow.com.
When you're in the backyard with the sun on your neck and meat on the grill, be sure to have sports on your radio. This is the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in once again to your favorite sports radio show, Don't Hassle Alone.
I want to remind everybody that we get coming up June 5th. We've got a boxing event at the Mississippi Valley Fair. Both guys have been on the show before. They're fighting each other. We got Stunning Steven Edwards and Junior Hernandez are fighting each other. It's a boxing event. It's not MMA. And Donovan Dennis, Davenport's own, he's fighting for like some USA cruiserweight title. It's on there. And then also a friend of the show, Ryan Delph, will be boxing as well. And so is so I just said Sonny Steve Edwards. So is the exception, Sean West. Sean's done both. And I think Stunning Steve has done both as well. I don't know about Junior if he's done MMA, and obviously Delph has as well. But all friends of the show, that's going to be out there June 5th. Take a look and get information wherever you want to. And I know if you guys are up listening tomorrow, Junior and Edwards are going to be on the Dwyer Michael show tomorrow morning. So if you want to listen to that, get some insight to them. Both really, really good dudes and really good for the fight community here in the Quad Cities. It's not, I don't think it's something, to be quite honest with you, that I'm going to be rushing out to go do on the 5th. But if you like that stuff, get out there and go see it. Support local. It's the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds, and I'm sure there'll be MMA events that are coming up as well. But just wanted to point that out. Tonight, the NBA playoff play-in games begin. The Charlotte Hornets will be playing the Indiana Pacers tonight. That'll be a 5:30 tip-off. That'll be on TNT. And then following that, the Washington Wizards and the Boston Celtics will be playing at 8 o'clock on TNT. The winner of the Wizards and Celtics game come straight into the playoffs. The loser will play the winner of the Hornets and Pacers. It's so confusing to say. It just doesn't, it's not really like the normal way you are to look at a tournament.
Where's Bron's team at?
They are playing tomorrow night.
What seed are they?
They will be playing the Golden State Warriors. They're the 7.
So they have to play in?
Yes. If they lose, and they play the winner of Memphis Grizzlies Spurs. If they win, they go on to be the number 2 seed.
God, I hope they lose.
They go on to play the number 2 seed. So if they win, they would go on to play the Phoenix Suns, which they're playing really good ball, and apparently their coach was just named Coach of the Year. It's so interesting. Listen to the West. The 1 seed is the Utah Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave you the 2 as the Phoenix Suns.
Donovan Mitchell, right?
I think so, yeah. Denver Nuggets are the 3. OKC is the 4. Mavericks are the 5. And the Portland Trailblazers are the 6th. Lakers and Golden State have to play their way in, but then it's no cakewalk after that. I think the West is going to be... did I say OKC at 4? Sorry, it's the Clippers. I'm sorry. The Clippers are the interesting one. Because there are stories about the last few games that the Clippers were actively tanking to get the 4 seed so they wouldn't have to be on the same side as the Lakers, assuming that the Lakers beat the Golden State Warriors, which they probably should. So the Clippers are trying to, if they have to see them, they want to see them in the Western Conference Finals. When I say there's stories of it, they did tank. They sat their starters. In the East, the 1 seed is the 76ers. And the 2 is the Brooklyn Nets, a team that's been kind of weird all year because you have the new big 3 with Durant, Harden, and Kyrie, but not often do they play together. The 3rd seed is going to be the Milwaukee Bucks. The 4th, the Knicks versus the Atlanta Hawks. The 6 will be the Heat, and obviously the 7 and 8 are playing their way in as well. The West is really interesting. The East, it looks like the 76ers have a clear path to the championship. Milwaukee, it probably should be Milwaukee and Nets. The question I look at right now is it the Knicks or is it the Atlanta Hawks, the 4th and the 5th seed? I actually like the Hawks to come out of that. But I think it's going to come down to, it's going to be, I think it's going to be 76ers in Brooklyn, and that's going to be, for the East Coast, ratings galore. And then there's just going to be a lot of speculation because if the Lakers can survive and put themselves in there, then you're going to have matchups and talk and everything else. But the Lakers are going to have to, fight their way to get through all that. It is for someone who, we probably watch, if we watch the first, day. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to blow smoke up anyone's rear end out there listening and say like, oh, we're NBA holes, because we're not. So I know you're not. Yeah, but
I could really care less. I really could. The Pelicans didn't make it, right?
No, they did not.
So I'm not interested now.
So, but I will continue to pay attention to it for gambling purposes, for what you want to go out there and do. Once the play-in game is over, let's see, that's Friday, Saturday, we're going into it. We'll know more about matchups and odds and favors and everything else, because that's what I will take a look at more, because I'm going to look at futures and who's winning what series and whatnot. But T-Roy, good to have you back. Want to remind everybody we're off tomorrow. We're off tomorrow. The White Sox play during the day, so we're interrupted. But doesn't mean we will be back on Thursday, Friday to close out the show, close out the week. But we're just a one day off, everybody. So don't you go dying on us now. So, anything interesting going on, T-Roy? Anything to watch?
Well, I'm trying to think. I watched this. Did I tell you about that? That thing with the superheroes on Netflix?
Yeah, what was
Jupiter's Legacy.
Yes, yeah.
It's pretty good.
You get through it all?
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about that because there was a commercial on the air about the CW, and they must have this thing with DC. But do you watch any of those shows? Like now there's a new Superman one, Clark
like
and Lois.
Lois and Clark?
Yeah, Lois and Clark.
Yeah, it's the new Lois and Clark. I know.
But they're raising a kid.
Yeah.
So is it Superboy? I don't know. You don't watch The Flash?
Don't watch any of that crap.
I don't watch any of that either. Just trying to find something to watch.
I did watch. Do you like creepy stuff?
Not really, but
I mean, like true life creepy stuff.
I will watch a documentary here and there.
So there's this investigative journalist. He's dead now.
Okay.
He had put his entire life work into the belief that David Berkowitz was not acting alone in the Son of Sam murders.
That's been on Netflix. That's been trending.
Yes.
Okay.
That is good.
Okay.
Interesting and good.
Pat McAfee is obsessed with this show. Yeah, I mean, he almost like opens every day talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
All right. So is it one big documentary or is it a series?
No, it's like 4-parter maybe.
I can't imagine the nightmares I'd have.
You don't see any of the killings.
Okay.
I mean, unless you're scared of devil worshippers.
I don't like that either. But yeah.
Watch out. There's a bunch of creeps out there, buddy.
So he thinks there's more than one people that were doing out there.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting time back then.
I'm going to rewatch it again, dude.
There wasn't Ring doorbells back in the day for that stuff. Yeah, it wasn't.
There's some gruesome stuff going on, man.
You could just walk around the neighborhoods, especially like New York City, and no one had you on camera or anything like that.
Oh, now the wife wants me to have you take me to Pines.
I can do that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Look at her. Not doing her jobs.
Yeah, I can definitely do that, though, when we get off the air. All right. Yeah, tomorrow we're off. And I still haven't seen Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I got to rewatch it.
You watched it?
Fell asleep.
Did you think it was good at all?
I don't know. I didn't get far enough into it.
Brad just asked before we go if I watched the Shawn Michaels doc yet. I couldn't find it on my A&E app. I tried to watch it last night. That's what I was going to fall asleep to and watch it. But I'm waiting for it to load up on my A&E. Unless it's not on A&E, and I maybe have to Google
Mortal Kombat?
No, Shawn Michaels, because they've been doing a WWE thing. And I think I might want to watch Booker T and reach out and see if we can have him as a guest again, just to talk about it on there. But we'll take care of that and more. Again, enjoy the day with the White Sox tomorrow. Make appointments out there to Hidden Hills.
Stay dry, Quad Cities.
Yeah, stay dry. Good. It's good weather's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Just bear with us. April showers bring May flowers, I guess. Right now we're in rain. May flowers bring
pilgrims.
That's right. All right. Enjoy yourselves, Quad Cities. Stay safe and sanitized. We will see you tomorrow.